messed up. Sound test. Sound test. Cool. Okay. Awesome. This is all happening. Okay, I hope some of you guys can get on. Okay, we got some people. All right, so we're going to do a flow class this morning. Thank you for showing up. And you can always practice now, or you can wait, and the recording will be available just after this class, and it'll stay up on my YouTube channels and on my Facebook feed. So if you're here and seeing this video and want to practice, but the timing is not now for you, then feel free to come back later. Okay. So this is a flow class. It's intended to be all levels, and you can also make it a little bit more challenging or a little bit less challenging as per your ability level. So please feel free to do what you can when you can, and we'll have fun together. Okay, it'll be about an hour. Let's start actually in Tadasana, mountain pose, coming to a standing position on your mat. Take the feet together and the big toes to touch. Take the heels just a couple inches apart, and let's take the hands to prayer, please. Close the eyes and invite the breath to lengthen. Invite a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Cultivating Ujjayi Pranayama, which is just a slight constriction, ocean sounding breathing. This breath is a warming breath. And it also invites our minds to tune inward to the practice and the moments we stand firm on our mat. With the eyes closed, tune into your intention for life today. And check in with how you will use your thought, word, and action to show up today. Let's take a moment to experiment with how we are standing physically. So perhaps do a little rock side to side or front to back to find where works for you to be on the feet. What part of the feet provides the most stable ground for your spine to lengthen upward. Let's begin together with one round of breath into sound of Om. Full inhale. Exhale completely, inviting the Om to percolate into the whole body. Good. Inhale, let's take the arms out and up overhead. Interlace the fingers and press the palms away. So we stretch up through the hands, soles of the hands up towards the sky. And then as we press up through the hands, draw the front lower ribs in a little bit, engaging your core muscles. Good. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, go up and over to the right side, pushing the hips just a little bit to the left. As we inhale, come to center, stretch high. Exhale, go up and over the other side. Press the palms away. The two thumbs kiss together here as the fingers interlace. Reaching the arms away, straight as they can be without strain. Good. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, let's separate the feet a little wider and then fold forward, out, and down over your legs. If you've got props this morning, you might utilize a block here to place the hands on the block and let the upper body hang. Coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Today we'll utilize the block or the shins for support and see about keeping the legs straight. Let the upper body hang. Good. Inhale, let's lengthen, lift halfway up, what we call Ardha Uttanasana with a long spine. A gaze forward about 3 feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Take the hands to the hips, elbows back. Inhale, rise all the way up. Good. Let's separate the feet a little bit more. And then bend the knees. Come down to a bit of a squat, kind of a high squat here. Toes facing forward, and more importantly than that, toes and knees align with one another. So set that alignment through setting your leg position. Good. Press down through the legs, squeeze the inner thighs, rise up. Exhale, let's lower, sending the glutes back, chest forward a bit. Inhale, rise up, as if you're squeezing a beach ball between the inner thighs. Exhale, lower, so there's that little bit of drawing in. Most of us have done some squats in our life before. It's sort of like that, but you don't need a lot of weight to get the benefits of a squat. Exhale, lower. And one more, inhale, rise up. Nicely done. Let's do another side stretch. Right hand down, take that left arm up and over. Getting into that side body. Good. Inhale, rise up. We're still cultivating that Ujjayi Pranayama, slight constriction in the back of the throat, ocean sounding breath. Good. Then inhale, rise up to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Now let's transition. If you have wall space, you'll utilize it here. So I'm going to utilize this door space for the sake of having something I can have you guys see. So wall space, or in my case, door space, we will take the hands down to the mat and come into all fours. Okay, come onto all fours. And then from here, we'll tuck the toes near the wall, and your soles of your feet are towards the wall. Upper arm bones are vertical, right under the shoulders. Good. And then we'll lift the hips up and back like a dog pose, and then activate the hands, press the hands up, down, forward into the ground. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe here. And then we're really just going to start going for it this morning. Walk one foot up to the wall and then the other foot up to the wall and go to what we call box pose. Press down through the hands and we hold. If you've never done this pose before, know that it's quite challenging and you might just take a breath or two and then come down, and you might also stay in the dog pose and build your strength. Good. Breathe, breathe here. Press down through the hands and draw the navel in. Good, and then lower down to the feet and come to a child's pose and rest. I'm going to turn and transition to give you guys at home another viewpoint, but stay where you are if that's possible, okay? So second round, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips, go back into the box pose, downward dog, and then box pose, feet parallel with the hips, and zip the legs together. Activate the arms. Good, and then level 1, 2, stay with this and breathe. Level 2, 3, send the right leg up towards the sky. Activate all the way from the hands to the feet. Good, lower that right leg down and let's send the left leg up to the sky. Draw the navel in. Use the strength of the right foot on the wall. Use the strength of the arms. Release that leg down and then slowly descend down to the mat. Good. Child's pose. Once again, please release the arms by the sides, palms face up. Rest. Pause. Feel. We might grasp, hold the wrists or grasp the fists a little bit here. Maybe circle the wrists. Good. And then inhale, rise up. Okay, if that was your first time doing that pose, you're going to do that pose again. That's a pose that builds strength. A couple months ago, I posted a 20-minute video on just that pose on its own. That's the dog in the dog door. Now you might do just that again, and it's actually a real great strength builder. Or you might transition to a full arm balance, which is actually a little bit easier than the box pose, quite honestly, the full arm balance. So in that, we'll turn towards the wall, hands down about 6 inches from the wall, tuck the toes and lift the hips up, walk the feet in, activate the arms, look towards the wall, and then one leg lifts up, the other leg gives a little bit of a kick up, and we look for the wall in this case. Okay, then feet up, activate the shoulders. So this is lazy shoulders. Activate the shoulders, and then look forward, and then maybe use the wall, or maybe come a little bit off the wall. Many of you guys have been practicing with me for quite some time, and I know you can do this pose. So come on up, and we'll hold for about 10 breaths in the full arm balance, which is called Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, upward facing tree pose. Be like a bamboo tree way up there, just lifting and lifting and lifting. Breathe, breathe. And when you're ready to release and come down, please lower, and we return to the child's pose. Releasing the head, resting the prana, and allowing the body to settle. Good. Now, how are you doing? Check in with your own practice. See how you're doing. If available, let's do one more round of Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, or please go to downward facing dog, like so. If you're a beginner and this is already a lot, go to dog pose and wait for us there, please. Okay, otherwise, one more round, Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, hands towards the wall, fingers towards the wall, tuck the toes, lift the hips, walk the feet in. So many things. Look forward, one leg up, other leg meets, and we rise up. Okay, now once we're here, zip the legs together, and then lower the right leg parallel with the ground. Breathe, breathe, squeeze the inner thighs, look forward, come back up, and then exhale, lower the left leg, halfway down, squeeze the inner thighs, ooh-wee, breathe, breathe, both legs back up together, inhale, exhale, lower, child's pose. Thank you. Those in dog pose, please meet us in child's pose now. Let's all release the wrists by the sides once again and rotate. Nicely done. Good. Come all the way up to seated on the heels. Let's do a little bit of freeing of the shoulders. Inhale, arms go wide. Reach out through the fingertips. Exhale, the right elbow under the left. Palms come together. Eagle arms. Lift elbows, drop shoulder blades. Inhale, arms go wide. Exhale, switch it out. Left under the right. Lift elbows, drop shoulder blades. Good. Inhale, arms go wide. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Let's come all the way back up to standing for some sun salutations. Stand at the top of your yoga mat. Adjust this a little bit. Back. Tadasana, mountain pose. Go to where we began. Inhale, take the arms out and up, Urdhva, upward salute. Exhale, fold forward, out and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step walk or float back to plank pose. From plank pose, lower to the knees and halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up, into cobra. Exhale, relax the forehead down to the mat. Toes activate into the mat, kneecaps lift, inhale, rise up, cobra. Exhale, forward and down. One more, inhale, rise up, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep breaths in dog pose. Spread the toes, hide the heels, activate the arms. Good. Inhale from here, come forward once again to plank pose. Walk the feet back. So zip the legs together. So this is a play on our last pose. Left hand's down, left ankle down, right arm goes up. Vashisthasana, side plank. All that has changed from our full arm balance is gravity and our arm position. Breathe, breathe here. Zip your legs together. Find what you stand for in this pose. Take an inhale, and then exhale, take the top arm up over the ear, stretch forward, palm face down, and release. Let's lower through, knees, heart, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up, come into a back bend, open heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Full deep breath in. Exhale, lion's breath out. Bit of a roar, inhale. One more, inhale. Good, inhale, come forward to plank. Zip the legs together, right hand down. Vashisthasana, side plank. Left arm goes skyward. And we zip up the midline. Crown of the head reaches away, soles of the feet towards the mat. And then take the top arm, exhaling up and over the ear. Stretch for the front. Inhale. Exhale, both hands come down, knees, heart, chin, or zip the legs together. Head up a little bit, lower down. Inhale, forward and up, open chest. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. And again, this time 3 deep breaths. Let's do the ah sign breath. So big inhale. Ah. Go at your pace. At the end of that ah, bend the knees, look past the hands, step walk or light hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, long spine, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Second round, flow. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, out and down. In the words of my teacher, friend Jennifer, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step walk or jump back to low plank. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, roll over the toes. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Left hand down, Vashisthasana, inhale. Exhale, arm over and lower through. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, take it back, Adho Mukha, downward dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step pose. Inhale, forward and up. Open chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Vashisthasana, second side, right hand down, left arm up, inhale. Exhale, all the way over the head, lower through. Chaturanga, staff pose. Inhale, rise up. Open the chest, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and we breathe. Now if your shoulders need a breather, and you need to come out of the pose, do so. Or to give your shoulders a breather in this pose, you can walk the hands back a little bit, root the legs down a little bit more, and put more weight back into your legs, and then walk the hands forward. The shoulders won't be doing quite as much as before. Your choice of breaths here. The end of the third-ish exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, we lengthen. Long spine, natural curvatures of the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root the heels, to rise up, Urdhva. Exhale, Samasthiti. Coming back to the beginning. Third set. Are we game? If you need a breather, take it as needed. Inhale, we rise. Exhale. Gaze down the tip of the nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step walk. This time I'll step back again and we'll lower through. Don't rush the chaturanga. Take your time. Inhale, long back bend, open chest. Exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. Last set. These arm balances. Inhale, come forward to plank. Left hand down, Vashisthasana. Up and over. Lower through. You could always skip the second vinyasa if you need to. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze down the tip of the nose. Inhale to plank. Right hand down. Left arm up. Up and over. Lower through. Inhale to lift. Exhale, gaze down the tip of the nose. Take your breaths. Now it's easy to, kind of compress the shoulders this way forward. Draw the outer upper arm bones down as that's available. And then press forward through the index finger mounts. Release the head. Sometimes we hold so much in the neck and the head. It's important to really allow the felt sense to come on by a little gaze down the tip of the nose and relaxing that neck. Relaxing the frontal lobe. End of that exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Step, walk, or float forward between the hands. Good. Inhale, let's lengthen. And exhale to fold. This time as we fold, let's take the palms, turn them up. So we get a bit of a wrist stretch. If you need to bend the knees to get the backs of the hands down on something, do that. Let's see about letting the head hang. Good. Release the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. This time, let's take the hands to the hips, elbows back, root heels, rise up. Nicely done. Let's come back into that Tadasana position. The two hands together. This time, let's actually draw the thumbs down a little bit and the elbows wide. Feel the broadness across the collarbones. Back into that standing position where we find our center. We check in with what we stand for. We find what's most crucial. Beautiful. Good. Let's draw the right knee up into the chest. Actually, that's my left knee. Draw your left knee up into the chest if you've done the right already. Thank you. And then externally rotate and place the sole of the foot low, medium, or high. Notice the hands didn't change. Just deal with what we can do there. And then squeeze the pelvic floor a little bit. So you might feel very graceful and comfortable here with the hands at the heart. Consider keeping that or growing your branches. And the plethora of ways that branches can grow. Maybe allowing the body to sway. Sometimes we find our stance. We wait for the other trees to also align. We do what we can with our own growth. And we allow that stance to be steady and rooted, mindful. Sometimes we grow a little more through the process. Inhale. Exhale, release. Let it go. Hands to prayer. Second side, either your right side or your left, whichever one was not done yet. Come up to tree pose. So tempting to grab that foot, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to use my inner strength of the core. You too, you got it. Sometimes it can feel like we're waiting a long time. John Mayer song a while back. Waiting on the world to change. Never heard it. That's a nice one. Can we stand firm and be part of that transformation action? We're not simply waiting, but we are taking a stand. Slowly unwind, release, and let that go. Good. We're going to continue to stand. Let's take eagle pose. Now you could use a prop like a wall if needed. Inhale, take the arms wide. Bend both knees. Take the right leg up and over the left. If it's possible to double wrap, do that. Like the toes come around, or figure four is a great option. Inhale, and then today, the right elbow will come over the left. The two palms come together. We drop the hips and we lift the elbows. We be like that eagle perched in the tree now, waiting for the opportunity to act with consciousness and compassion. Now, frankly, the eagle is not all that compassionate with its prey. Be ready to strike and do what is necessary. Breathe free, sit a little lower. Lift the elbows. Ooh, goodness. Sometimes we wobble. Good, and then from here, unwind only the legs and kick that right foot back. Body down, leg up. And as I like to say, sponsored by the letter T for Tuesday, bring your body into T position with the elbows in tree pose, or in eagle pose. Long neck, long leg. Let's take a big, generous step back to lunge and rise the upper body up. Lift the elbows, lift the heart. Continue to bend deeply into the front knee for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale, draw that right knee back up into the chest, and we release. Release the arms and the legs. A little shakeout dance party between sides. And let's bend both knees. Take the arms wide. Okay, if you have trouble with the balance, this pose isn't all about balance, so you can always use like the wall. I've got the hips to the wall, no big deal. Left leg comes up and over. Good, sit the pelvis low. And then today, same side, left elbow on top, right elbow underneath. Lift elbows, drop shoulder blades. Perching in that tree, strong and steady. Maybe no one sees us right there. Blending in to the fabric of nature. And then at some point, ready to pounce. Lift elbows, drop shoulder blades, sit a little lower. Good, slowly unwind just the leg. Body down, leg up. Keep the standing leg rooted into earth. Sponsored by the letter T. Back of the neck is long. Enjoy the ride if that's possible. Inhale, we rise up. Draw the knee into the chest. And gradually release. Go ahead and give it a little shake out. Beautiful. Let's vinyasa for some movement. Inhale. Take the arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward, out, and down. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, step, walk, or flip back, and lower through. Inhale, lift the chest like it's a new moment. Every time you're in a pose, it's a new pose almost. Every time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the big toes together. And inhale, send the left leg up and back. Open up the hips and bend that left knee. Let's point the toe today. Re-extend the leg, square the hip, and step the left foot to the left thumb. Back heel comes down. We'll rise up. Windmill to warrior two. Adjust your stance as need be. Invite the inner thighs to open. We are neither leaning forward nor back, but we are right in the center of the two legs. It's common to start lunging forward in this pose, but be in the present. Take the upper body back a little bit. Take the upper body back a little bit so the shoulders are over the pelvis. As if I'm talking to you. Yeah, there you go. Inhale, now reach forward. Exhale, take it to reverse all the way back. Inhale, come through warrior two. Exhale, reach, 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 and take it to extended side angle. Top arm reaches over the ear. Gaze up. 3 breaths. Good. Then inhale, please straighten the front knee. Take the top arm, reach skyward. It's a long triangle pose. Then we turn the chest. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee. Let's release both hands all the way down. Step back. Top of a push-up. Option to flow through a vinyasa, which is that chaturanga push-up thing. We'll meet for second side. Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. You got this. Let's send the right leg up and back. Open up, stack the hips. Bend the knee, point the toe. Re-extend the leg, square the hip, look forward. We'll step the right foot to the right thumb. Back heel comes down. Windmill the arms, rise up. But check in with your stance. Be neither leaning forward nor back. Right in the present moment. Shoulders, hips, navel draws in. Only the gaze forward. Good. Inhale, we take a reach forward. Exhale, reverse. Take it back. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, extended side angle. Right hand down, left arm up over the ear. Gaze up. You could always utilize the block here. If you start to notice the back foot having less weight, go ahead and toe heel the foot in a little bit so we can stand on both legs. Good, and then go ahead and extend the front knee. Come into triangle pose. Straightening both knees as much as that's available. Turning the chest towards the sky, or at least towards the corner of the sky and the wall. Good, inhale, exhale, rebend, release both hands down, step it back and through. Great job. Full deep breath in. Full exhale. Good, let's walk the feet in a little bit. Come to a shorter dog. Lift the heels. Look forward between your hands. Walk your feet in a little bit more. Now, we've been here before today. Lift one leg up, look forward, bend the other knee. Just give it a little lift. Look forward. Somersaulting all over the place, but just look forward and see about lifting up and hovering. See if that's available to your body right now. Just check. No judgment. Just check. When you're done playing with that, release to child's pose. Inhale, rise the spine up. Good. Okay. Let's do just a little bit of work with the front thighs. So, a little bit, a lot of work. So we'll take a blanket. What I do is I take a blanket, put a blanket under the glutes. Okay? And then I'm going to take the left foot into Virasana, which is sole of the foot up towards the sky, knee forward. Trying to show that if you guys can see that. And then the right leg, we'll extend it. We'll see about lying back. We'll either extend it or have it knee bent like this. Either way. Okay, so we come back into quite a big quad stretch. Now I'm staying up on the elbows to show a variation. Or if it's available, you might lie all the way back. Releasing the arms. And be kind to your knee. As we arrive there, tuck the tailbone ever so slightly to get any pressure out of the lumbar spine and exaggerate the work of the quadriceps and hip flexors. Every once in a while, you might bend the right knee, press the foot into the mat, arrange your pelvis so it's more neutral, and then re-extend the leg. Good. Press the elbows in, and then inhale, rise up. Just touch and go there. Good. Slowly release. Shake that leg out. and then we'll switch sides. So finding your support, the other glute. Moving this foot into Virasana. So I like to move the calf out of the way a little bit there. Don't rush the movement into the pose. Just really take your time. There's not like an award for going into the extended version at any point. Okay, and then come to the forearms. You come to the forearms, reestablish the pelvis. Tuck your tailbone, draw the navel back. It's not about a back bend at all in this pose, really. This is about your quad and your hip flexors getting some work. Okay, then maybe lie back a little bit more. You can see that I'm really working to decrease the back bend by drawing the navel back. It's not all the way there, it's still a work in progress. Maybe I bend the standing knee, the left knee here. Take that sole of the foot down. Tuck the tailbone a little more. Maybe I re-extend. If it's available, the arms can release. If you're going to be pinching in the knee, back off. Do a little less. Be kind. Good, and then release the arms by the sides, press into the elbows, and mindfully rise up. Slowly unwind that leg. Let's send both legs forward into Dandasana to balance out the knees. So always really good after any knee compression to go into full extension of the knees. Go ahead and straighten your knees, take the hands back, and spread the toes, and lift your heart. Send the inner thighs down. Invite the pelvis, the low pelvis, to draw forward, pubic bone down, sacrum forward. I always think of these poses as it's not about practicing harder or more difficult. It's about finding the ways that the body can accommodate the pose. Good. Let's bend the right knee. Roll the foot down. Inhale, right arm goes up. Exhale it behind the back. Inhale, left arm goes up. Perhaps a clothes hanger, turning. Elbow bends, or go to the outside. Use the back hand to lift your spine. Good. Keep the rotation of the spine. Return the head, please, towards the front. And release. Unwind. Please switch sides. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Draw the low belly in. Left arm up. Exhale, watch your furniture. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, twist. Maybe that clothes hanger action to start. Accommodate the breath. Way down deep to the diaphragm. Maybe inhale, right arm comes up. Find that hooking action. Start by gazing over the left shoulder. And then keep the twist and de-rotate, gaze over the right shoulder. Soft gaze towards the front foot. Lift the low back. Good. Slowly release unwind. Okay, good, good. We've taken care of a lot of business. Let's come to standing on the knees, please. I like to put a blanket here just for comfort. I imagine that comfort's like sand underneath the camel's knees there, a little bit of comfort. Let's tuck the back toes and come to standing. Now, remember that Virasana action we did just a moments ago where we lengthened the front of the thighs. We've got all that work now. Let's take the hands to the pelvis, thumbs down, and just start leaning back and leaning forward. We come back and forward. You know, like we're tick-tock clock or something. Good. Got all that space. Now keep the pelvis forward, roll the shoulders back. Keep lifting the heart and come into camel pose. You might stay here, the hand just encouraging the sacrum down a little bit, making that space, or take the hands to the ankle bones or heels. Release the head back wherever is comfortable. Good. Hands back to the pelvis. Inhale, rise up. Release the toes. Have a seat. Pause, feel. Close the eyes. Notice the effects of the practice. Good. Second set, camel pose. We'll go for 10 breaths. Ustrasana, they call it. Camel pose. Tuck the toes, hands to the pelvis, lift the heart, lift the rib cage. Yes. And then take the hands, reach back. 10 breaths. Squeeze your ankle bones in towards each other a little. After 10 breaths, gaze to the heart, chin to chest, release, and come to a seat. Feel the effects of the practice. Our job is to feel rather than to follow the storyline of judgment on our own selves or others. It's just our job to feel. And then with that felt sense, we act in accordance with your truth. If sometimes the truth needs some cleansing, we do that. The practice can help us clean those windows of the mind. We hope. I hope. Okay. Let's come to a seat. Soles of the feet forward, knees back, feet forward. Hold the shins. Lift your heart. Point the toes. Hold the outside edges of the knees, which are these little tendons there, and just barely hold and lift your shins. Either stay with this hold or release the arms forward. Keep the low belly drawing in. Stay with that or straighten the legs. Cross the ankles, plant the hands, lift the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Navasana again. Lift the heart. Cross the ankles, lift the hips. Other way, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, one more, last one, I promise. Navasana. We do cross the ankles again, plant the hands, lift the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, release it down. Send the legs forward. Tuck the chin in. Interlace the fingers behind the head and rest in stand-up paddleboard pose as opposed to boat pose. Navel draws in. Tuck the tailbone. Point the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release it all down. Stretch the body long. Good. Let's draw both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. And a gentle rock side to side. Good. Keep the right knee into the chest and the left leg long. Activate all the toes. Good. Hold the left knee. Take the right arm across. Come into a twist. Back to center. Both knees in. Right leg long. And come across. Scooch up onto that right outer hip. Left shoulder stays down. Come back to center. Draw both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Gentle rock side to side. Let's roll all the way up to a seat. Let's send the legs forward. Inhale. You might be up on a little bit more of a lift. A little bit of a cushion. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Hold your outer feet or strap. If you have low back tension, please bend the knees. Gaze down the tip of the nose. As you feel complete with this, rise up and slowly make our way all the way onto the back. You might come through a happy baby pose, setting the sacrum and the neck here. And then releasing all the way down to Savasana, final relaxation of practice. And as we come to Savasana, take 3 rounds of the sighing breath. Releasing the tension, any tension in the throat, the jaw, the face. Inviting softness across the back of the heart, the little belly, and the front chest. Invite the body to come into deep rest. complete relaxation and ease. Deepen the breath. Gently come back to the space. Lightly touch the tips of each finger to the thumb. Rotate wrists and ankles. As we exhale, draw the knees into the chest. And let's roll off to one side. Take a moment to pause. Coming back into your intention and focus on what brings you to the mat. Day after day, year after year. And if you're new, what might keep you with us over time? I'd like to close practice this morning with one round of Om and then one of the Shantipat chants, which is Loka Samasta Sugino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy, peaceful, safe, and protected. And may my thought, word, and action contribute to that for all. So let's come to a tall spine. Take a full inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale to Om. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Namaste. I see you and thank you for practicing even from afar. Thanks for being here this morning. And if you're here later, thanks for being here later. I do have a couple of announcements. One is that coming up is summer cleanse. So I lead cleanses on a seasonal basis, and they are virtual, meaning you can do them from anywhere. And we will have a cleanse group, and it's based on Ayurvedic medicine, and which is Indian medicine, and it's also based on modern nutrition as well. And so you're welcome to join in that. The registration is through the studio I teach at, Breathe Together Yoga. And you can find them online at breathetogetheryoga.com. And to register, just go to the events page and click on Summer Transformation Cleanse. So there's that. And then also we are doing a summer challenge in which there's 84 days of yoga, and the invitation is to do yoga every single day in those 84. It did just start, but if you want to get in on that and start now, you can still start now. So check that out also on that webpage. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys soon. Feel free to come in for acupuncture or treatment as you need it. Have a great day. Thanks for being here.